Once upon a time, in a quiet, old town, there was a small antique shop that had been there for as long as anyone could remember. The shop's owner, Mrs. Jenkins, was known for her collection of mysterious and eerie items, but there was one item that stood out among them all: a porcelain doll with pale skin and soulless black eyes. Legend had it that the doll was cursed, and anyone who possessed it would suffer unimaginable misfortune. Some townspeople believed it was haunted by the spirit of a vengeful child. Others dismissed it as mere superstition. One stormy night, a curious teenager named Sarah ventured into Mrs. Jenkins' shop. She had heard the stories but was determined to prove the skeptics wrong. She decided to purchase the haunted doll, thinking it was all just a hoax. That night, as Sarah lay in bed, she heard faint giggles and footsteps coming from the corner of her room. She turned on the light, and there it was, the porcelain doll, sitting on a chair with a sinister grin on its face. Its eyes seemed to follow her every move. Terrified, Sarah placed the doll back in its box and locked it away in the attic. But the haunting didn't stop. Night after night, the doll would appear in different places around the house, always grinning wider and wider. As days turned into weeks, Sarah's life took a dark turn. Her once happy family began to experience strange accidents and illnesses. Objects moved on their own, and eerie whispers echoed through the house. The doll's presence seemed to bring nothing but misery. Desperate to rid herself of the curse, Sarah returned to Mrs. Jenkins' shop, only to find it abandoned and covered in dust. She realized there was no escape from the haunted doll's malevolent influence. In the end, Sarah and her family were driven to the brink of madness, unable to escape the torment of the cursed porcelain doll. To this day, the doll remains hidden in the attic of that old, abandoned house, a grim reminder of the darkness that can lurk within seemingly innocent. And so, the legend of the haunted doll lives on, a cautionary tale for those who dare to underestimate the power of the supernatural.